The knockout stages of the Euros are here.
This is the Plot Malaysia.
Hello, welcome to the Plot Malaysia. It's our 51st episode. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans.
Woohoo! Well, so good to be back reviewing match day 14. Of course, a few days ago there was no matches played. Good rest for us to some extent,
Well recovered for yesterday's for yesterday's matches.
Yep, well recovered, well recuperated, and we are all ready to go to review for the knockout stages. So, Hari, take it away, man. What do we have in store today for the guys?
Yeah, I mean, we're reviewing yesterday's games, guys. So the first two matches of the knockout rounds, the round of 16, was a fantastic day, if you ask me. It was a great start to the knockout rounds. And this is where the tournament comes alive. I mean, the group stages can tend to get a bit boring with some one-sided matches as well. Teams trying to defend, trying to get a draw. Even the third place team being able to go through. Well, all that stops now. Winner takes all. You lose, you're out. Simple. Winner takes all. You lose, you're out. No second chances, nothing of that sort.
You lose, you snooze.
You snooze, exactly. And you snooze for the next 4 years. So that's the best part about the knockout, and that's why it's fun. And yeah, I mean, there's no other place to start. But the first game yesterday, which was an absolute belter, it was the Welsh against the Danes, Wales against Denmark. Yeah, Ram, what did you think, man? You predicted Wales to win this one, so I'm going to ask you first, man. You got yours badly wrong, didn't you?
Yeah, well, to be honest, right, when I look at the Danes, of course, yesterday when they were playing, to be very honest with you, they look like a side that could really, really, really haunt a lot of teams in this competition. The way they have started, the way they've finished, they're just amazing going out there as much as possible. You know what I like about the Danes? They don't have much stars. They don't have all these prolific stars. They don't have, teams like Italy, England, France and Belgium and so on and so forth. They don't have this kind of, stars in their team. But yet they have showed these teams, especially England, that, and you have something to play for, you go crazy. You absolutely go crazy. And I love the way they play. I respect them, and I think that they're going to go very far in this competition. And I want them to go far in this competition. For the Welsh, rubbish. So all I can say, absolute rubbish. Okay, I'm not going to go more in depth into how they played. We all know how they played. They were shit. Okay, Bale and Ramsey's partnership was not working yesterday. The Danes shut them out. All I can say is kudos to the Danes. Hari, your turn. Go for it, man.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Ram. I mean, when we did the prediction for the knockout rounds, I mean, not a prediction, but when we were wrapping up the group stages a couple of days ago, I don't even recall. I said I fancy the Danes. They are dark horses in the tournament, and I think they could go far. They can make the semi-final, maybe even the final, because number one, they're riding on emotions. They're riding on emotions, the highs and the lows of the Ericsson incident. They're a united team because of that, even more united. Plus, the biggest thing, like you just said, they have got a way of playing. They've got an attractive brand of football. They know where each other is. They play beautiful triangular passes, and they go all out attack. Even though they play three at the back, they go out all to attack and score goals. And that's what it's such a refreshing thing to see in the tournament. Very much like the Italians, like the Dutch, they go to score goals. They get one goal, they want a second goal. They get a second goal, they want a third goal. They keep going. And that's what I like about the Danes. I mean, like you said, no big stars. They've got some quality players. They've got three really good centre-backs in Kaya Vestergaard, who's brilliant for Southampton, by the way. Vestergaard. He's a brilliant player. He was awesome again yesterday. Christensen is awesome as well. So I think they got three of the best centre-backs in the tournament, if you ask me. They've got a really good wing-back in Myler, who's got 2 goals now in 2 games. And then they've got Damsgaard, the 20-year-old, who was again very impressive yesterday.
I love this guy, man. Absolutely.
He's awesome.
his skills out of this world. The way he switches his feet, he can do left foot, right foot, he can do anything. I want
Yeah.
United to snap this guy up, man. I really really like this guy. Come on, Ole, get this guy. Come on, come on, come
I
on.
want I want Liverpool to snap him. He's that good a player, very
Yeah,
skillful. But then
yeah,
also, I mean, in the center of midfield, they've got two solid guys. Again, not world class players, but solid guys who play for good teams. Delaney for Borussia Dortmund, Højbjerg, who's a really good defensive midfielder for Spurs. And then
yeah.
in attack, their best striker Poulsen was injured yesterday. What do? They put Dolberg on, who was a sensation at Ajax. Now he's playing for Nice, and he gets two brilliant goals, Dolberg. So now, and he plays really well. So now, the question is, who do you choose? Who do you start with in the next game if Poulsen's fit?
That is a good problem to have if you're a Danish
Really good
manager.
problem to have.
It's a good
Really
problem
good
to have.
problem to have. And then not only that, he brings on a striker, a substitute, Cornelius, who plays awesome when he comes on. He sets up a goal and he's running at the defenders. He has a really good game when he comes on. So he's got like three really good options for the centre forward
Yep.
position. Great problem to have. And then, of course, he has Martin Braithwaite, who plays for Barcelona. And he's not a superstar, but he's been such a good player in the tournament. Really pacey, gets past his people, gets his first goal yesterday as well. I think he set up a goal as well. So the
Yep.
Danes, I mean, they are my dark horses. I fancy them. Like I said, I'm backing them all out now because the Bravehearts are out. So I'm backing the Danes because of what they've had to go through. And I really think they can go far. They're probably going to face a tough team in the next round, but I really fancy them. They're an attacking team, very refreshing team. But best part, they're united. They play as a united team, and it's fabulous to watch. Great spirit.
Harry, to be honest, I don't think the Danes need to fear any team. I think the teams need to fear the Danes,
Yeah,
if you
Danes. I
ask
agree
me.
with that.
And the thing is, two games in a row, 4 goals in a row in 2 games.
Yeah. Yep.
They are scoring goals for fun, Harry.
And
Like
not just that. If you recall the Belgium game, they probably outplayed the Belgian team. It was only Kevin
they
De
did,
Bruyne's
they
a couple of brilliant pieces of skill. But if not, they outplayed them. So, and Belgium are what, number one ranked team in the world, one of the favorites. So if they can do that to them, I do fancy them. I think they don't have world stars, but they've got good players all across the pitch. Very balanced team, which is why I really, really
absolutely.
fancy them to go far. I mean, in regards to the Welsh, I don't want to spend much time on that. I thought they were absolutely rubbish. They had a good 10 or
Yep.
15 minute spell at the start of the game where I thought, oh, maybe my prediction is going to go wrong. But after that, the Danes took over and it was one-way traffic. So really poor from the Welsh. Bye-bye, Wales.
Goodbye, Wales. Take care. See you in 4 years or whenever you wake up. Okay, go on, Harry.
Moving on. Let's move on to the second game yesterday, which turned out to be a real surprise for us, Ram.
Yeah.
The Italians against Austria. The Italians topped the group, both of our favorites to win it because of the way they were playing and the fact they were keeping clean sheets, scoring lots of goals. They look like the best team so far. Came up against the massive underdogs Austria, who was supposed to get hammered yesterday. And guess what? We got an absolute belter of a game.
Yep.
Not a one-sided game, but a belter of a game. Were you surprised by the way the Austrians played the game?
I think I have to say yes and no, Harry. But I think as the game went on, I think they did very well in studying how the Italians play. I think they
Yep,
allowed the Italians to actually have the possession of the ball. They allowed the Italians to move forward, pass it to the wide. Once you saw, they understood how they played. They decided, okay, they know exactly how to attack them, which is good
yep,
because they managed to beat the Italians in so many ways. They
yep,
blocked. I mean, their defense was strong. They were sound. The Italians were scoring goals for fun in the group stages. They couldn't penetrate the whole 90 minutes. That is
yep,
a good plus point. Took the game to extra time, and I felt honestly, Harry. I know the score is Italy 2-1, but I felt Austria deserved to win this game. I really feel they deserve to, but unfortunately, because the Italians they do have very good finishers in the game.
yep.
So I think that was the one that actually won the game for Italians. Otherwise, it would have been an Austria win for sure. What do you think, Harry?
I agree, man. I thought the Italians. I mean, I've got to say a couple of things. One is very impressed by Austria,
Yep,
disappointed
very,
on the
very.
other side, disappointed by Italy for the massive part of the game. I thought
Yep,
first half the Italians were very good. They got
yep,
into the game and they started dominating the game, creating chances. Spinazzola was having a brilliant game again at left back yesterday. Uh, Verratti was pretty good in that first half as well. And then, like you said, the Austrians learned. The manager learned, and he changed some things in the second half. They stopped Spinazzola from playing. I thought in the second half, Spinazzola was absent. They stopped him from playing. And then the Italians kind of looked ordinary after that. In the second half, in my opinion, Austria were the better team by far. They were doing most of the attacking. They were creating chances. They had a goal disallowed from Arnautovic, which was just very slightly offside. And they were creating the better chances. They were attacking, dominating the game. The Italians didn't even force the Austrian keeper into any saves in the second half.
The VR saved the Italians blushes.
Who? Sorry?
The VAR saved the Italians blushes.
Yes, VAR saved the Italians blushes big time. And the only difference in the end, I mean, the Austrians, I thought what was impressive. Lehner was really good for them. I thought Sabitzer was brilliant. I thought Christoph Baumgartner was really good, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he was good. He was good.
Really good, by the way. And I thought Arnautovic was really good till he was taken off because he was tired, but he was really effective as well up top. So I thought the Austrians were really good at the back in defense. They were pretty good. Alaba was pretty good on the left-hand side of defense as well. But I think the difference, Ram, and I'm going to say this again, was in extra time. This is what the difference was: the squad depth. The Italians won the game yesterday in extra time purely because of squad depth. They were able to bring on people like Federico Chiesa, Locatelli, who was such a star in the group stages. He came off the bench. Pessina came off the bench, and he was one of the who won the game against Wales. They brought Andrea Belotti off the bench, and that was the difference. The Austrians didn't have quality coming off the bench. They don't have a big enough squad or a strong enough squad, which is why he didn't even make any subs in the first 90 minutes. And what won Italy the game yesterday was their squad strength, the depth of the bench. Chiesa made a big difference. He was the main difference maker yesterday. Scored a brilliant first goal, by the way. The way he took it down, skipped past the defender, buried it, and he was the big difference because he was making the Austrian defense run that way. He was making runs in behind the defense, whereas I thought the players before that were running with the ball. He was making the runs in behind and creating options for the passes. So he was the big difference for me yesterday, Chiesa, when he came on. And Pessina, of course, scored a great second goal. But I'm going to say this again. The Austrians leave with their head held high. They pushed the Italians all the way. And they even pushed them. They got a goal as well. They won the first team to score against Italy in the last 11 games, by the way. They scored a goal and made it a very nervy last few minutes for the Italians as well. So fair play to the Austrians. They're going out with their heads very, held high.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Of course, but too bad for Austria. Of course, their tournament has ended. But I think they will go happy knowing that they have played really well throughout this tournament. So I think it's only fair that if they were to build on this, it'll be good. So it's good to see them build on this. Hopefully, come back stronger in the upcoming tournaments. But I have to say this though. Sometimes when you are favorites, sometimes when you are bound to go all the way and win the trophies, sometimes you have to go through games like this, and that tests you.
I agree.
Yeah, so I think I still think Italy is in with a shout. Very much so. I think that when the test has been proven, they've passed the test. So it's of course hats off to them. They did it, and I think it's only a matter of time that we see Italy back again in their full flying form, scoring lots of goals. So let's hope that happens in the next game.
I was going to say just that. Forza Italia. I mean, they're still favorites for me, but. And I agree with that. I was just about to say that as well, right? I think if Italy would have gone through easily, they would probably struggle. I think every top team needs a wake-up call. And I think the Italians got their wake-up call yesterday. They got a slap yesterday. It was a wake-up call. And I think now they will be even more dangerous an opponent. And it will be probably really, really difficult to stop the Italians now. That's my very honest opinion. I think the Italians will be extremely difficult to stop now. So that was a wake-up call, and now they're going to be an absolute threat moving forwards. Moving on, Ram. Let's do a very quick. I think we can't leave without talking about the rest of the fixtures in the knockout round. So I was thinking, let's do a quick prediction. Of the knockout round.
Let's do a quick prediction. What do we have here?
All right, let's start off. So the Italians are through. Let's start off with the first game, Ram. So, which is Belgium, Portugal, which is happening later today. It's a late kickoff tonight. I believe. Belgium, Portugal. This is probably the game of the knockout rounds, of the second round, right?
Yep. Yep.
Who are you going with, Ram?
I think I'm going with Belgium. I think Belgium will ease past this one because you mentioned, when we picked our top 11, Ruben
Yep.
Diaz and some of the players were not really performing. So I agree with you on that. I think Belgium for me.
All right. Very interestingly, actually, I'm going with Portugal, but we're going to go with Belgium. So let's see if you get your
Okay.
predictions right here, Ram. But I am going for Portugal here in this game.
Okay.
But like I said, we'll go with yours this time around. Let's see. Now moving
Okay.
on to the next game, which is France, Switzerland. Who have you got to win this one?
This is easy, Haria. Why don't you go
Yeah.
first?
I think we're both aligned on this. No debate. I think
No,
it's going to
no
be
debate. This is going to be
it's France
France.
for this one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Moving on. Croatia, Spain.
I'm going with Croatia. I know Croatia.
I'm
Croatia
actually,
is Croatia. Yeah, yeah. Going Croatia.
I actually fancy the Croatians as well. So let's go with. I'm going to go with Croatia here as well. Now,
Okay.
Sweden, Ukraine.
Well, I
This one
said
is
it
a difficult one.
before.
Very, very tight.
Yep, I said it before. I like the Ukraine's football. I think I'm going to go with Ukraine on this one.
Actually, me too. The Swedes are very impressive. They've got two really deadly strikers. So, in my opinion,
Yep,
they're probably favorites going in here because of the strikers and they have the strength they have and their solid
yep.
defense. But I'm going to go with Ukraine here as well, just because I like the way they play. Very technically gifted footballers.
Yarmolenko, Yaremchuk. I think those two players, they can do something.
And Zinchenko as well, Malinovsky,
Zinchenko, yep. Marinovsky, yes, is absolutely.
good players. Now the big one, that's your team, Ram, England, Germany.
Oh my God! If I were to pick Germany, I would be
You wouldn't be
hated.
much of a fan.
So I wouldn't be much of a
Yeah,
fan. But I am an England fan of the day, so I'm going for England.
right. You go for England. Just so the viewers know, I'm going for Germany here. I fancy the
Okay,
Germans
great,
to win. Netherlands,
great.
Czech Republic, which is the first game tonight.
Hurry, you go first. You take it.
Let's see if we're aligned. Yeah, but I'm saying Netherlands.
Same here. I'm going with Netherlands as
All
well.
right, we're aligned. So we're aligned on basically most of things. The only difference is England. I'm going for Germany instead of England.
And you're
And
going
I
for
think I'm
Portugal.
going for Portugal instead of Belgium. So let's see, guys. Let's see who gets these predictions right for the
Yep.
second round. I fancy I get them right, but we're just going to have to wait and see, Ram.
Absolutely. Guys, tell us, what do you think? Who do you think goes through? What are your predictions? Of course, give us your thoughts on yesterday's game. What you thought was the way, how the game was won and lost and stuff like that. We want to hear from you because we want to actually mention all those comments as much as possible in our next upcoming shows. Wow, Hari, what an interesting episode today, man. Wow.
Absolutely interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
So,
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Do like the video. Do comment. Leave your comments as well. And then let us know who you think is going to go through from the second round of fixtures or the round of 16. And do subscribe to the channel, so support the channel.
absolutely, absolutely. So, Hari, always a pleasure having you. Of course, giving us your thoughts about what you thought of the game yesterday. Wish you good luck. Hopefully, your predictions come true. But I also wish myself good luck, so that we can have another battle on that tomorrow as well. So.
Yep.
Signing off from the plot Malaysia. This is the show for the fans.
By the fans. Euro. Cheers, Ram.
Cheers, Hari.